Hello students, welcome to this online course of hydraulics engineering. So in the previous lecture we have discussed about the impact of a jet when the jet was hitting or impinging a flat plate, and we have discussed the two cases. In first case we have discussed when the plate was stationary, and in the second case we have discussed when the plate was moving with a velocity small u. So we have seen for inclined cases also. Now, in the hydraulic turbines, the plates are not flat, but they are made curved. So we have to check what is the impact of jet on a curved plate. So let us see. So force exerted by a fluid jet on a stationary curved vane, because in the hydraulic machine, when you will be studying the hydraulic machine chapter, or it is a full subject, then you will see that the turbine, the blades of the turbines are curved, and it is made to hit by the jet of fluid. So let us see. Now the first case is the plate is stationary, jet striking a symmetrical stationary curved vane at center. So first case is the when the vane is at a stationary position, and the fluid is hitting at the center, that is the hitting is symmetrical. So as you can see in the diagram, let the horizontal jet of cross sectional area A and velocity capital V be striking a smooth means we are neglecting the frictional losses. That means the velocity, here the velocity is V, so here also velocity will be V. That means the fluid jet hitting and the fluid jet exiting the plate will be having the same velocity. So it is a symmetrical case, so the velocity will be same, and also the fluid mass will be divided into half the whatever is coming from this jet. Okay, so let 2 theta be the angle between the two tangents drawn to the vane at its input tip. So here first tangent, here this is second tangent, and this is the angle 2 theta. Okay, so these are very important parameters. When you will study, you will realize these parameters are very important when you will study the hydraulic machine subject itself. Okay, so thus the jet after striking will be deflected on each side to the angle of 180 degree minus theta. So this is the angle, deflected angle, and if you will check for this case, this is also 180 minus theta, because full angle will be 360 degree, and 2 theta is the angle made by the two tangents. So 360 by 2 minus 2 theta by 2 will be 180 minus theta. So this is very important angle. In the designing portion you will see these things in the hydraulic machine chapter, or maybe you will study full subject. Now accordingly, the component of the velocity of the leaving jet in the direction of flow will be how much? V cos 180 minus theta, that is minus V cos theta, because cos 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. Therefore, after application of impulse momentum equation, you will get this quantity, that is WAB square by G 1 plus cos theta. Now if this theta is how much? 90 degree, then what is going to happen? This plate will become, this curved portion, this curved plate will become the flat plate, and you will get WAV square by G. So when theta is equal to 90 degree, the curved vane will be reduced to a flat plate, and you will get a force of WAV square by G, which is, you can go through the previous lecture to check this quantity. Now if you compare the two equations, okay, the two equations, if we will compare equation 1 and 2, I guess, so you will get to know, like when in the case of, like theta will be have some value, so in the case of curved vanes we are getting a larger force than in case of the flat plate. That is the reason why we are using flat curved plates in case of hydraulic machine. And if the theta is become 0, what is going to happen? That means theta 0 means this angle is 0, the whatever is whatever the jet is striking, it is coming at the same in the just opposite direction. So you will see theta 0 means cos theta is 1. So you will get a double force of that which we are getting from the flat plate. So the expression of F becomes 2 times, which indicates that the force exerted by a jet in its direction of flow on a semicircular vane is twice the exerted on a tap plate, both plates being fixed in the position. So this will be the case of what? Semicircular vane. Okay. Obviously, on account of symmetry, the net force acting on the vane in the direction normal to the direction of the flow of the jet will be 0. So we can compute this the forces by in the perpendicular direction of the plate. Now let us see the second case when the plate will be moving with the velocity. No, it will be our next case, but here we are discussing the jet stacking an unsymmetrical stationary curved vane tangentially at one of the tips. So what is the difference here? In the previous case, the fluid was hitting at the center and the vane was symmetrical, but here the vane is non-symmetrical and the fluid is hitting somewhere here. So what is going to be different? This 2 theta is not will remain same. So let us say here it is phi and here it is theta. So the angle of deflection will become 180 minus theta minus phi. Okay, so this is your angle of deflection. So when the velocity of jet is capital V, so we can take the components in both the direction. So in the x direction, v cos theta and minus v cos phi respectively, because the angle is not the plate is not symmetrical in this case. So we are applying the impulse momentum equation in the x direction. What we are going to get? So we will get the Fx is equal to WAV by G. So v cos theta minus v cos phi. So this is the force which will be exerted by the jet on the plate. Now if the curvature of the vane at the outlet tip is such that angle phi is more than 90 degree, then the component of the velocity of the jet at the outlet tip will be v cos 180 minus phi. So the component of the velocity of the jet at the inlet and the outlet tips of the vane in the y direction will be v sin phi and v sin theta and v sin phi. So similar by using impulse momentum equation we can get Fy, that is the force exerted by the jet in the y direction. So this is your Fy. So resultant thrust exerted by the jet on the plate will be root over x square plus Fy square. Put all the values here. Alpha is the resultant at which resultant will be active. So tan inverse Fy by Fx. If the curvature of the vane is same, that is theta is equal to phi, so you will get the previous case. Not the exactly previous case, but the deflection angle will be same, because in that case the jet was hitting at the center and here it is hitting at one of the ends. Okay, so if theta is equal to phi is equal to 0, so it will become the semicircular case. This we have already seen that Fx will become 2 times, F will become how much? 2 times of the whatever we will get from the flat plate. So in the expression derived above, the velocity of jet has been assumed to be same at both inlet and outlet tip of the vane. Why it is happening? Because here it is V, so here it is also V. Why? Because the frictional losses are being neglected. So whatever fluid will be entering the system, same amount of fluid will exit the system. So it will lead to the velocity of the inlet and outlet the jet will be same. However, if some frictional resistance is offered to the jet as it glides over the vane, and or if there occurs an impact loss, the velocity of jet will be different. So this is very basic and this is a matter of common sense. Now under these circumstances, if the frictional losses are being taken into account, so V1 and V2 will be the velocities. So V1 is here and V1, because the inlet velocity will be V1 and the outlet velocity is V2. But this is a very it is very rare that they are going to ask you this kind of question, but still you have to know these things also, where V1 and V2 represent the velocity of the jet at the inlet and outlet ends, of the vane and A is the cross-sectional area. In both these cases, since the vane is held stationary, the work done will be 0 because there is no displacement due to this movement of jet. Now, force exerted by a fluid jet on a moving curved vane. So now what is going to happen? This plate is moving with velocity u. Here it is moving with u, and this is hitting by jet striking symmetrical moving curved vane at the center. So everything will be same. Only what is going to be changed, the exact effective velocity will be v minus u. So wherever v was there in the previous case, you can replace easily it with by v minus u. So you can see in the previous case, in the first case of the previous case is WAV square. So here it is coming out to be v minus u square by g 1 plus cos theta. So everything will be same. Work done will be how much? Why work done is coming to picture? Because the plate is moving. So there will be some displacement along the direction of the force. So work done per unit second will be F into u. So just multiply it by u is their output of the jet in this case. So this is your output, this is your input. So what we are going to do with output and input, we can calculate the efficiency. So efficiency is coming out to be very complex. So this is like very higher, not very higher. If they are going to make the toughest of the question, then they can ask this question. But for at your level, up till previous case was more than sufficient. Now let us try to solve some problems. So this is the first problem of this chapter. So a jet of water 75 mm in diameter. So diameter is given. What we are going to do with diameter? We can calculate the what area of the jet. Velocity is given at 20 meter per second. Strikes normally a flat smooth plate is given. That means the velocity is not going to change. So determine the thrust on the plate if the plate is at rest, if the plate is moving in the same direction as jet with the velocity of 5 meter per second. Also find the work done per second on the plate in each case and the efficiency of the jet when the plate is moving. So first case work done will be 0. We already know because it is not moving. So let us see how we are going to solve it. So area of the jet, very simple, pi by 4 d square. Take all the quantities into SI units, that is meter and meters. So 75 mm will be 0.075 meter. So it is coming out to be 0.00422 meter square. Velocity is given as 20 meter per second. Force is WAV square by g. Put all the values, you will get 1768 Newton. Since in this case plate is at rest, u will be 0. So work done will be 0. Very simple. Now in the second case, the plate is moving with velocity of 5 meter per second. So the normal thrust on the moving flat plate is given by this formula, v minus u square by g. Put all the values here, you will get 994.5 Newton. So work done will be F into u. F is this and u we have, 5 meter per second. So this is coming out to be 4972.5 Newton meter per second. So this is watt. Work per unit second is nothing but watt, that is power. So this much power is generated by this arrangement. Thus in this case output is 497.5 watt. Input kinetic energy per unit time, that is per second, will be half WAV by g into v square. So we know this from our previous discussion. So this is coming out to be 17,680 Newton meter per second. So efficiency is coming out to be 28.125%. So in this case you can solve. So let us try to solve this question. This is the case of inclined plate. So because angle is given as 30 degree. So 50 mm diameter is given, velocity is given, inclination is given. We have to calculate the normal force exerted on the plate when plate is stationary, when the plate is moving with a velocity of 10 meter per second in the direction of the jet, when the plate is moving with velocity 8 meter per second to itself and in the direction of the normal to its surface. Find also work done and efficiency. So this third case is quite interesting. Let us see. So this is first case, this is second case, and this is third case. So we will see one by one. The first case, area diameter is given for the jet 50 mm, so 0.05 meter. It is coming out to be 0.00196 meter square. Velocity is given. Angle of inclination is 60 degree, 90 minus 30 degree is given. So 90 minus 30, it is coming out to be 60 degree. This angle is 60 degree. Now normal force sin theta component will come. Put the values, you will get 1060.88 newtons. Second case, when the plate inclined, the plate is moving in the same direction of the jet. So u is given as how much? 10 meter per second. Sin theta component will also come. So you will get the value of force as 381.92. Now this is the case of the third case. Here what is happening? This plate is moving parallel to this. So it is moving in this direction by 8 meter per second. So in 1 second it is moving by 8 meters. So let us see. So work done in the second case will be, the force component is F into sin theta. F sin theta is 330.75. Work done will be Fx into U. So 3307.5. Calculate the kinetic energy per unit second. This is coming out to be 15,312.5. So efficiency is 21.6%. So figure C is for case third. So mass of the fluid is WV by G. Mass of fluid used to extend the jet per second is WA into length AB. So just check the length AB is how much? Length AB is what? This is B and this is A. So this length we are talking about. So this is a very easy case of what? Geometry. So AB is U by cos theta, because we are checking for per unit second. So that is why velocity is taken into consideration. So this is the case. So AB is U by cos theta. So mass of fluid actually striking the plate will be V minus U by cos theta, because effective velocity we have to check. So initial component of the velocity is V cos theta. Sorry, V cos theta. Final velocity normal to the plate is U given in the question. The change in velocity normal to the plate will be V cos theta minus U. So force normal to the plate will be how much? Fa by G. So V in the case when the plate was stationary, it was WA by A V by G. But here effective velocity is V minus U by cos theta, and by which the effective motion is happening V cos theta minus U. So put all the values together. Theta is 30 degree, V is 25, U is 8 meter per second. So you will get force as 421.73 Newton. Work done, just multiply this with 8 meter per second, that is the U velocity. So this is the output. Input, it is already calculated in a previous case. So it is 15,312.5. Take the ratio, you will get 22.03. So the efficiency has been increased by very little extent. Let us check the next case. So a jet of water 75 mm in diameter, velocity is 20 meter per second, strikes a series of flat plates arranged around the periphery of a wheel such that each plate appears successively before the jet. This we have already discussed in the previous, or I think previous to previous lecture. So if the plates are moving at velocity of 5 meter per second, compute the force exerted by the jet on the plate, the work done per second on the plate, and the efficiency of the jet. So this is very straightforward question. Everything is given. Just use the formula. Area, the velocity of the jet, the velocity of the plate. So stationary plate, the velocity you can calculate, the force you can calculate WAV square by G. When the plate is moving with speed of 5 meter per second, so this formula is there. Use this formula, you will get the force is 1325.36. So the efficiency is given by this. Please check how this is coming into picture. So efficiency is 37.5%. So let us solve the last case. So a metal plate of 10 mm thickness and 200 mm square is hung so that it can swing freely about the upper horizontal edge. A horizontal jet of water 20 mm diameter impinges with its axis perpendicular and 50 mm below the edge of the hinge and keeps it steadily inclined at 30 degree to the vertical. Find the velocity of the jet if the specific weight of the metal is 75.54 kilonewton per meter cube. So this kind of problem you can expect in your question. So this is quite important. So this is the case given in the question. What is happening here? Jet is stacking, but it is held in the position, so we have to calculate the velocity. So area of jet is, you can calculate from the diameter given in the question. So 20 mm diameter is given. Weight of the plate is volume into the density. This W can be calculated. Plate dimensions are given, and 10 mm into 200 by 200. So 0.2 into 0.2 into 0.01. This is the volume, and this is your density. So weight is coming out to be 30.2 Newton. Now we have to calculate the velocity. So we are assuming it as v meter per second. Then what is going to happen? For the inclination case, the force exerted is WAV square by g into sin theta. So everything will come into v terms of v, taking the moment of all the forces about the hinge O. Okay, so we want to calculate v, so we have to equate some quantities. So what we are going to do, because about hinge the moment is going to be 0, so take the moment of all the forces. So only two forces are there, F exerted by the jet and this weight. So weight is, this distance will be 0.1 into sine 30 degree, and F is hitting, it is here, so this is 0.05 into sec 30. This is simple geometry. I am not going to geometrical part, that you can easily do. So after solving, you will get velocity as 9.81 meter per second. So in this way we have completed our this portion of the hydraulic machines. Now for pumps and turbines, for the brief discussion, you can go through the notes which we have already provided. So let us try to understand the draft tube, which is very important. So a draft tube is a pipe or passage of gradually increasing cross-section area which connect the runner exit to the tail race. So let me just show you what is the draft tube. So this draft tube is connected to a turbine exit. Why it is being used? Because the exit velocity is very high, and why this arrangement is provided? Area is gradually increasing. So what is going to happen? As the area is going to increase, the velocity will be reduced. So for safer passage of fluid which is coming from the turbine, we use the draft tube. So this is all for the hydraulic engineering part. So I hope I have tried to make some point for this subject. If you are having any doubt, you can anytime call me. Sorry, the email ID you are having, you can just mail me, or in the now you can also confirm the college also. If you are having any doubt, please feel free to contact. So this is all from my side for the hydraulic engineering subject. So thank you very much, and all the best for your future.